it should surprise no one that that the GOP is not handling infrastructure week particularly well. First of all, like I said, Trump's Texas choice, and then 17. Everybody was like, "Can we get 10 Republicans signed on to the infrastructure bill to move forward debate so that they could just get it done?" Because a lot of them are in actual districts where the practicality actually has some electoral value. I know, it's nuts. 17. Everybody was expecting, like, we'll narrowly squeak by with 10. If we got 11, it'd be a miracle, right? No Chevy Nomad, nothing like my Scoutmaster. No, thank God. I learned my lesson early. So, and thanks for the new follow and the subscribe. Thanks, Punisher Hot Dog. Punished Hot Dog? Is that what that is? That's great. And Les, thank you. So you got that, that fail. Then the 17 people fail, and then now Trump's all whiny and stuff. So what do? If you're the Republican Party? What do you do? Well, you talk about the border, and you freak out about crime, and then you go and you apparently you go and visit criminals in jail, and I do mean criminals. They are calling them detainees because they are political prisoners in their righteous fight for Trumpistan. Long live Trumpistan. The Trumpistan is dead. And in this, it should not surprise anyone. Let me stretch this out a little bit because there's more room in this. These Rumble videos are always a problem. Yeah, aren't they adorable? So this is them on the War Room. Now, they went to jail, not the kind of way we were hoping. Not yet, anyways. And they were turned away, probably for the last time. Matt Greene, if of all people, I would want to, you should be avoiding jail as much as possible. Believe me, you're gonna get plenty of it sometime soon. Holy hell, right? So, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene and GOP lawmakers locked out of federal jail holding January 6th protesters. By the way, this federal jail is also holding serial killers, murderers, wannabe terrorists. They'll fit right in, is what I'm saying. But the story on this, and this is Newsmax doing this. This is a Newsmax clip of this. And just the nerve of them calling these guys detainees. I mean, it's like he thinks it's first day of camp and he gets to pick his cell. I get bottom bunk. So this I need to see. And away we go.
Everyone here has their masks on. We're attempting to go inside. And Congressman?
All right, so there's Congressman Matt Gaetz trying to visit some of the January 6th protesters who are still...
No, there are no protesters in there. There are violent extremists who attacked police and smeared shit on the walls of the Capitol and are a flight risk. Because all the ones that attacked police and smeared shit on the walls of the Capitol and attacked our democratic process, who aren't a flight risk, are home with ankle bracelets on. Can we not pretend that this whole building is it's like them visiting? This is their AOC moment at the border. That's what they're trying to make this into. That they're going to go visit the unaccompanied minors who were put in, kids in cages at the federal jail. Good God. Yeah, if you're Matt Gaetz, dude, don't go anywhere near a prison.
In federal custody and not being let inside.
But emphasis on the Nazi, by the way. Thanks, Greg, for that easy lift.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is with him. They won't let her inside either, as you know.
As you know, there's an ongoing investigation. These people are being held or remanded without bond, or their bond or bail is so high that they can't produce it because they're lunatics who decided to attack the Capitol, and they didn't even have the pocket cash to bail themselves out so they could, go home and attack their state capitol before being drone striked. I don't know what their goal is. I don't know what the end goal is here when you attack the U.S. government. Honest to God. So, you don't in due process. in our lovely system of government, a due process does not involve you getting a congressperson to come out and bail you out.
Lots of people are still in custody. They haven't been convicted of anything. Now, a
Yeah,
little later...
Yeah, dumb. For the record, hold on. I've got is it this one? Yeah. Do you think Greg Kelly gives a rat fuck about anyone who's currently in jail awaiting trial on a violent charge anywhere else in the country? I mean, they haven't been convicted yet. I mean, obviously, his father was the police commissioner in New York, I think, and so he should know about things like time served. Maybe, you know what, Greg? Maybe they'll get lucky and they'll all get time served. They'll just tack this on instead of going home with an ankle bracelet on, murdering their wife or one of their their family members for snitching on them, and then getting even a longer sentence. And then then time served goes right out the window. You know what I mean?
Who get inside, but they're basically turned away. Take a look.
Yes, you are. You have no reason for being there.
We're not trespassing. As members of Congress, we have oversight over federal prisons.
Yeah, the oversight you have is on a fucking committee. You don't get to just barge into jails and sneak phones in. I mean, here's the thing. I know that Marge Greene and Louis Gohmert and Matt Gaetz want to get their asshole checked for drugs. I get it. Sometimes you're walking around and you're like, okay, keys, wallet, phone. Do I have a balloon of fentanyl in my ass? Oh my God. Can someone check? No one's home. Maybe there's a jail nearby.
People that vote on whether or not to fund you at what level.
So you're threatening them. Just to be clear, Louis Gohmert is threatening the staff at a federal prison as if they have any fucking say about the rules, or they arrange the visits. They've gone from like the GOP to the KOP. This is the Karen's own party. This fucko is in a federal jail asking to see the manager. We don't know for sure. We'll have to ask this poor employee later on. Possibly a balloon of fentanyl in his ass. We can't know. Apparently, it's a violation of HIPAA. You can't sneak phones into the prison. They're busted. She's trying to sneak a phone into the prison. I mean, I don't know why they're not in chokeholds right now.
The government is upside down.
Can you please go ask your supervisor?
Can you please go get your supervisor? Holy shit. Representative Marge Taylor Greene from Karen, Georgia.
The entrance into this facility.
So, as you can see, they're not being welcomed.
No, it's not a welcoming place, fucko. This is not... I don't know what. Where is the cocoa? Where is it? They're not being welcomed. Dude, if you ever go to jail and feel welcomed, you are either a young like Italian guy in a remake of Goodfellas, or you've been there so many times as a criminal. People are like, holy shit, I didn't realize you were out.
They're accused of trespassing. These are members of Congress at a federal facility.
Right. They represent districts in other states. They have oversight on a fucking panel. They don't get to kick the goddamn door in. They're not... this isn't Deputy Gohmert. He didn't get to stay a judge because he's a representative. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she couldn't pass the security check to work at this place.
They're normally treated like VIPs. Let's bring in Congressman...
They're normally treated like VIPs.
Taylor Greene, once again, Republican of Georgia.
Well, this is unfortunate. See, it's weird, but I feel like she would be welcomed in jail.
Welcome back. How are you? Good to see you.
Hi, Greg. It's good to see you, too.
So...
I'm not convinced. Greg, stop for a second. I don't buy it. That didn't seem. Look at her face right now. She's kind of. She didn't sound like she's glad to see you, Greg. What happened? What went on? What knocked you out of sex guru status with Marge Trailer Greene? What happened?
Look, did you call ahead? Did you make arrangements? I mean, you are a VIP, and you do.
You are a VIP. By the way, just please, this asshole is the person telling me that like the government, elected officials, people in Congress and the government, the deep state, all this, all think they're elites. And this asshole just called a rep from Georgia's 14th district. I almost called her Florida woman because a VIP. She's a sip, dude. She's a semi-important person. And all the importance of that person right there comes from the fact that she represents a bunch of other people. She's important only due to a volume discount. She's not a VIP. She's a sip, dude.
Have oversight over these facilities, but
And you are a simp, just to clarify.
did you make arrangements ahead of time?
We did. We had let them know we were coming. Actually, we've been sending letters and asking questions for months now.
We called them ahead of time? When? That afternoon? What'd you do? Call the front fucking desk?
Trying to find out information about January 6th.
I have a little bit of information. It was between January 5th and 7th, and fuck you. So that's, I mean, just, if you want to get a piece of paper and a pen, maybe, write that down.
We've been asking all kinds of questions, like why the National Guard was not deployed to the Capitol on...
Son of a bitch. This is it, isn't it? This is the new VA choice situation. Hold on one second, if I may. Let's see. Christopher Miller, National Guard. This will be the Guard, Jan 6. We'll see if it's images. I probably should. There we go. National memo. Close this. Here's why. Here, dum-dum. This is why. January 4th, 2021. Signed by the acting Secretary of Defense, Christopher Miller. This memorandum responds to your January 4th memorandum regarding the District of Columbia request for District of Columbia National Guard support in response to planned demonstrations from January 5th to 6th. You are authorized to approve the requested support subject to my guidance below and subject to consultation in this area. Hold on, can I blow this up a little? Without my subsequent personal authorization, which didn't come for hours on January 6th, by the way, the DCNG is authorized the following to be, is not authorized, beg your pardon, is not authorized to be issued the following. Weapons, ammunition, bayonets, batons, ballistic protection equipment, such as helmets and body armor. They're not allowed to interact physically with protesters, except when necessary to self-defense, but since they were moved away and not allowed even near the Capitol, that the self-defense thing doesn't come up. You know, you can't self-defend across a city. Unless, of course, you're an asshole, a good guy with a gun, firing at someone randomly and the bullet flies across town and hits someone who was just eating waffles at a street cafe, and they were, that's a form of self-defense, sure. They can't share equipment with law enforcement agencies. They can't even swipe right to use intelligence, surveillance, or reconnaissance assets or conduct ISR, incident awareness, and assessment activities. They can't employ helicopters or any other air assets. They can't conduct searches, seizures, arrests, or other similar direct law enforcement activity. That's why. That's why. Now, here's the problem you have, Marge. No one at that federal facility has a copy of this fucking memorandum. Nobody. It's not on file. I mean, somebody there who watches my show, and hi, I'm sure there's somebody. Hopefully they're not in a cell, but if they are, get your life together. You can do better. You're obviously If you're up for parole, try harder. Get a degree. Not in law. It's a cheap shot. Don't get your law degree in prison. That's self-interest. That's like Bill Maher's interest in pot legalization. It's just no heart in it. It's just self-interest. Fucking get an engineering degree, dick. You know who I'm talking to. All right. The guy behind you. All right. So, no one at this facility, unless they watch my show and can do a freeze frame, has a copy of this fucking memorandum. Marge. Matt. Nobody. You're not going to get that answer at a federal fucking jail. Daniel Jacobs, how do you think MTG can actually read and she doesn't decide any funding because she isn't on any panels? Exactly. But she's got oversight because technically she votes on things.
January 6th, we know for a fact that Nancy Pelosi did not deploy the National Guard.
She doesn't have the right to deploy the National Guard.
And we're trying to find out why.
They requested, the city requests it for the area.
Today, we went to the prison here in Washington, D.C. to ask questions about the people.
Why are you still knocking? She can see you. You're just being an asshole.
Being detained there because we've heard horror stories about how they're being treated.
Yeah, I've heard, and don't quote me on this. I've heard that they're being treated like every other prisoner at that facility that spits in a guard's face, says, I have COVID and I'm going to kill your family when I get out. That kind of stuff. It gets you chucked in the hole for a little while. It does.
While we were there.
Also, no one else there gets to eat organic.
It was actually reverse order. We had gone into the lobby at first, that clip that you're showing right there, and that woman, she told me that we were trespassing.
Yeah, you are. You're trespassing.
And we asked questions, Louis Gohmert, Paul Gosar, Matt Gaetz, and myself, and then we were told the supervisor was outside, and they pointed to that lady because she had walked outside. I went outside to speak with her.
And then they shut the door behind you? Ah, fucking sweet. They got you. Really, you were tricked outside? You're bragging about this.
And when I went up to talk with her, Louis Gohmert came with me.
Well, of course. Where else is he going to go? Louis Gohmert will follow you anywhere if you tap your right thigh and go like that. I learned that from Cesar Millan.
And they closed the doors and locked the doors and would not let us in.
That is awesome. I don't know why she, don't tell anyone that. Don't. Marge, I'm trying to help you. People of Georgia's 14th district, this asshole fell for the second oldest trick in the book. And the first oldest trick in the book is a hand job. By the way, it's a weird book. She got baited outside. Yeah, no, you know what? My supervisor is here. She's right outside. Is she? Okay, well, I'll give her a piece of my mind. Click, clack. Wait a second. That is beautiful. I did not know that about this. This is breaking news. This is so stupid. It's like you're complaining to a flight attendant and they're like, the complaint department's on the wing. Oh, that's awesome. God damn, that's funny. Please take a seat in our very spacious waiting room. It's got a lovely breeze and some beautiful trees. Thanks, CSL. Oh my God, that's great. And you know what the most shocking part of this is? You know what the most shocking part is? is that Louis Gohmert followed her outside, not the other way around. Like if Louis Gohmert fell for that trick, and she went out to go like, Louis, they're fucking with us. Come back inside. And then they shut the door behind her. She go, God damn it. You know, that would almost make sense. But do you know how fucking dumb you have to be for Louis Gohmert to be the second person to fall for that? I'll follow the smart lady. Third. This is so good. Oh God. And they're admitting this. They're admitting this. No one needed to know this. I'm dying. You could have gotten by. Nobody knew this, Marge. I didn't know this. Nobody playing the clips on the news knew this. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I need to see that again. Please tell the story again.
Gohmert, Paul Gosar, Matt Gaetz, and myself. And then we were told the supervisor was outside, and they pointed to that lady because she had walked outside. I went outside to speak with her, and when I went up to talk with her, Louis Gohmert came with me, and they closed the doors and locked the doors.
Oh my God, that is so good. Oh shit. Oh, God damn it. Seriously. The best people. Hashtag the best people. Oh my God. Imagine going on the news, and I'm using that term very loosely, Newsmax, going on the news and telling people that you were dumber than Louis Gohmert. Oh God, I have to breathe. Oh my son, oh God, that's so great. Oh shit. Yeah, there you go, SNL. Yeah. Oh, fuck, that's so funny. The only thing that could have been better is if they painted a hole in the wall and just said after you. Oh, God, that's funny. Oh, Marge. Jesus, keep that shit to yourself.
And would not let us in.
Well, no, mission accomplished. They got you out. Jesus Christ.
Now, you have to understand, for your audience listening, members of Congress have oversight.
Uh-huh. Not you. Thank you, Jill. Not you. You don't have oversight. You're not on any committees. Fuck off.
Over these types of institutions. We go in and tour detention facilities at the border. We go in and tour all kinds of facilities.
Uh-huh, and you arrange for it ahead of time, and you talk to the people who are actually in charge, because you're Congress people, you have the access to those human beings, but you don't get to just storm the gates of one.
And we have never been treated like this before.
Well, don't worry. There will come a time when you will be complaining as much that you couldn't get out of a jail.
I also want to say I'm very concerned about the entire population in that prison.
Uh-huh. Why? No, you weren't allowed conjugal visits?
Just the lobby was dirty.
The lobby was dirty. Yeah, it was filthy with asshole Congress people.
People there, one person that worked there when we were outside
had a big sore on their lip and was cleaning their fingernails with their...
called us white supremacists.
Yeah, that's not fair. There's nothing, I mean, no self-respecting white supremacist would go, well, that's a good example of a master race. They go, well, everybody's got some cast-offs. That's why we had a eugenics program.
And I'm just very concerned. I have a lot more questions.
The lobby was dirty, and someone outside called you a white supremacist. What does that have to do with the facility at all? I'm sorry, are you going to, I tell you what, in the next Oversight committee, bring up that there should be a 30-foot barrier for people who want to yell anti-congressional lunatic stuff at people walking in and out of the building.
Now than I had before.
It wasn't a federal employee who said that about the white supremacists, right? Or was it?
Well, I mean, it was a violation of their freedom of speech. If it was, look how upset he is. We don't. My tax dollars didn't go to calling you a white supremacist, did it? Don't worry, Greg. Tell you what, I'll do it for free. You're both white supremacists. How do you like it? I mean, dirty. Yeah, there's a jail with a dirty lobby. Mm-hmm.
The person was going into the jail, and I wasn't able to see her uniform, but so I can't say for sure.
So she was visiting someone?
But that was a comment that was.
So it's a relative of one of the January 6th insurrectionists who's trying to talk their relative out of siding with Trump on everything, and they're there for a visit, and they're like, these fucking assholes.
You know, when I see you and your colleagues and that official at the prison, you know what I see? I see a standoff between the people and the deep state.
The deep state? She's the people in this equation? the woman who works the front fucking desk and the entryway of the prison is the deep state? Jesus Christ. Does this asshole, like, ask every flight attendant if they're CIA?
That person is not elected.
No. They're hired. You're not elected either.
Breaking out a rule book. You know, they have these...
Yeah, a rule book set by Oversight by the Congress.
Massive rule books.
Yeah, she follows the rule book. She's an employee, you fucko.
Every excuse in the book, literally, to not talk to you.
No, she didn't need every excuse in the book. She had one reason that was in the rules. You have no right to be on these facility grounds, and you're making a disruption. Goodbye.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. I saw that as the people versus the deep state.
Yeah, you said that already, and it gets dumber every time you say it.
I mean, that
Hi.
encapsulates for me so much.
Yes, it does. It encapsulates you perfectly. Moron.
Do you sense
was
any...
very
Go ahead.
It was very concerning.
Yeah, it's very concerning. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but this woman was hired and took an oath, and she has rules about who can be in there and when, and all these kind of things, and she tried to enforce those laws. Does she not know who I am?
And I tell you, we just had simple questions.
Well, no one... Marge, we know. You don't have any complex thoughts. Of course your questions are simple.
Do they have access to their attorneys?
How come it's so bright in your lobby?
What type of food are they given? Are they allowed to go outside? We just had basic...
No, it's a jail. You're not allowed to go outside. You're allowed to go outside. Go talk to our supervisor. What?
questions. We weren't there to interfere in any case. We are not
Yes, you are.
attorneys. We're members of Congress. We were just assessing the situation in the jail and trying to find out about bad stories we'd heard about. But I am very concerned now.
Yeah, I would be concerned if I was in that jail. Now I got to get a COVID test and all this kind of stuff. I'm kidding. She's been vaccinated.
So, by the way, January 6th committee hearing. Briefly, if you don't mind sharing your thoughts. I don't see how they can have, in good conscience or in any world where it makes sense, to talk about January 6th.
Without talking about last summer and what's the difference between a couple of targets being burned out outside of St. Louis, Marge, and our capital? What's the difference? between a Louis Vuitton store that was looted. It was looted. They looted Louis. Louis was looted.
Officially, in an official capacity, and not talk about Ashley Babbitt?
Oh, to talk about Ashley Babbitt. They will. I mean, as soon as you admit that she climbed through a breach while members of Congress were being moved to safety on a barricaded door that was bashed in by other people who were yelling, "Hang Mike Pence," and she had a backpack on her that could have contained any number of incendiary devices, weapons, or biological weapons, anything. Can we not pretend? What was it? Snacks? Did she have a Cliff Bar in her bag? What'd she have? And if she gets through and it was her that planted the pipe bombs, then what? Then what? What if all those people, those 10 people with her, their whole purpose is to bust that down so she can get through first? They figure a woman will let by the guy. They'll never have the nerve to shoot a woman. And then she gets through and is able to chuck a couple of pipe bombs down the hallway. Then what? Then what, Greg? Fuck Ashley Babbitt. Sorry.
Yes, I hope that they ask many questions about her and others.
Yeah, here's our question. Was she authorized to be in the building? No. Was she authorized to walk through and past cops that had been assaulted so that she could be in the building? No. Was she the first through a breach of a window in a part of the building where they were evacuating people who had to count the electoral votes for the United States of America so that our democracy was secure? And she was the first one through the window, and she knew there was a cop there with a gun drawn. She could see them clearly. Yes. Okay.
Were there
End of questions.
that day, and but I don't have confidence that they will. And this is why this group that we went to the jail today. This is why we've taken it upon ourselves to ask questions. We also went to.
No, you've taken it upon yourself to ask questions because if you looked up the answers in your office with your fucking mouth shut and learned the answers without doing these kind of PR events, you couldn't publicize them and benefit yourself in this bullshit narrative and attack our democracy by shitting on it everywhere. You would just look through and go, oh, that's what they're eating. Okay. Okay. What's the phone number for the person down there? Okay, cool. Hi, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene's office. She'd like to talk to the, is it a sous chef? Who's in charge of food? Yeah, snacks? Anybody? Hold on one second. Yeah, I can get that person for you. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Prison cafeteria. Hello, how can I help you? Hi, Marge. Yes, good to talk to you again. Thank you. No. No, always glad to hear your voice. The menu today for everyone except the guy with the horns on his head, and we call him that because he made some new horns or whatever. Yeah, toilet paper, I think, so nothing, he can't make a shank. Yeah, he said he didn't know how. He asked if we had an arts and crafts department. Yeah, anyways, let me look right here. The today's menu, Salisbury steak, corn delight, a peanut butter blondie, not organic, not vegan. There's no O or V next to it. Yeah, and fruit cup. Yeah. No, that's not included with the meal. That's just the only thing we will feed the QAnon shaman. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, not feed. Allow him to graze. We have to use all these weird terms for it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Call anytime. Yeah, we'll post the menu for tomorrow at about 3 p.m. I don't know. Solitary is a totally different department. Yes, we do bring food down there. Yes, they do eat it. Well, there's a little window. Yeah, the plate comes out and there's nothing on it. And then later on, yeah, they're smearing their shit on the walls. If they weren't eating their food, there would be a significantly less amount of shit on their walls. We check. Don't worry. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. No. Call anytime. Yeah. Okay. Tell Matt Gaetz I said fuck you. Okay. Bye. Thank you. And scene. Sorry. Real butter.
Department of Justice on Tuesday, where we were not even allowed in the lobby. They made us stand out on the
Yeah, it was dirty enough. They were trying to clean the lobby. It was a filthy mess, and then you come in and make it worse.
sidewalk. We had notified them in advance that we were coming, just like we did for the jail, and they would not even let us in the lobby to get safety, get into safety off the streets. There were many
Get into safety off the streets. I don't know, you speak so well. I don't know why it wasn't clear why you were there.
activists coming, and it was just a few years ago that Republican members of Congress were shot on the baseball field by a communist Bernie Sanders supporter.
And I'm sorry, did any Republicans, I tell you what, did any Democrats go down there and ask if the dude was getting oatmeal cookies or not?
They may not like you. They may not be of the same party, these permanent deep state employees, but
Deep state employees. Dude, people in the correctional system, like wardens and guards and stuff, they all vote Republican. What the fuck are you talking about?
you are elected and they aren't. And
Yeah, you're special, okay? Elected, let's follow Greg's logic here. If you've been elected, you can go anywhere you fucking want, do anything at any time. You're a VIP. And if it's a private citizen or some government employee that was not elected, is not holding an elected office currently, then you can do anything you fucking want. So if you want to go over to the IRS and tell them to release Trump's tax returns, Biden can do that because he was elected by the widest margin in American history.
this is outrageous what's
Oh, God.
happening. Hey, we got to get
Hey, I gotta go. I mean, I wish you were more interesting, but
your take on this ridiculous mask situation on Capitol Hill. I understand the Senate is a mask-free zone, but the House masks are mandatory. And you bravely and rather dramatically, with some of your Republican colleagues,
yes, so brave. Oh my God. So brave.
marched over to the Senate
She bravely marched over to the Senate
and Congresswoman
and farted.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. I hope you don't mind, but we set it to some music. I think you might like it. I know I do. Take a look.
Really? What is this? SWAT shaft? What's she trying to be? Oh, it is. It's SWAT. I can't, like, you can't play that shit. You get a copyright strike, dum-dum. Now I gotta do this. Hold on. Let me, let's see. Whoops, no, the wrong one. Sorry. Let's see. Give me a moment. Hold, please. Yeah, I'll just do it this way. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. I'm working on. Yeah, that works. She loved that. Oh my God. The irony that you put the SWAT team and we were just trespassing on federal corrections grounds. That's so funny.
Give you a lot of credit, but you were there. What was happening? What was on your mind?
Easy question. I'm going to go with nothing.
Well, thank you. I love the video. The music is great. I wish it'd been playing there in the halls. I've been fighting these mask mandates for a long time.
Yeah, almost as long as people, have been dying of COVID. I've been fighting these mask mandates since we found out that it kills black and brown people at a higher rate. Like, I swear to God, if if I found out that it wiped out gay people, I'd be walking around just snatching them off people's faces.
I actually had been fined before by the House Ethics Committee, where 4 out of 5 Democrats on the House Ethics Committee who had signed a resolution to expel me from Congress refused to recuse themselves, and they voted that I should be fined.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously are witnesses.
This has been an ongoing thing for me. I don't wear masks on the House floor. I refuse to. And that's why Tom.
Yeah, but for the record, you've been vaccinated and you kind of don't give a shit, and you've been lying about that. You're pretending that you're not worried about getting it because of that. But most people are concerned about you wearing a mask just because of your breath.
Massey and Ralph Norman and I are suing Nancy Pelosi, if anyone's interested in that.
No one is. Seriously, no one is. Trump might be, but he's no one. So, of consequence.
Go to speakermaskhole.com and you can find out more. But we're
speakermaskhole.com? Really? That's the best?
suing Nancy Pelosi because she is abusing power.
Oh my God, it's so terrible.
It's her position
Oh my God.
As
It's terrible.
Speaker of the House.
It's like she's got control or something.
And you know, the Senate doesn't have to wear masks, but yet the House has to wear masks.
Yeah, she sets the rules there. She can't set the rules for the Senate, so.
And today, Nancy Pelosi told the Capitol Police to arrest staff and visitors in the Capitol coming in and into our offices even if they are not wearing a mask. And this is outrageous.
Yeah, no, I mean, they can be removed from the premises. They're staff. They're not elected officials. They're part of the deep state, right, Greg? And if you're a visitor, play by the House's rules. It's not your fucking house. You're a visitor.
I've called for the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. I've called to
Is that who it is?
vacate the chair. So I'm doing everything I can to.
Yeah, you're doing everything you can. It's amazing. Who else would have the bravery to go, you should quit. I don't like you.
Work against this
Thank
woman.
you,
And I
Raphael.
was excited that my colleagues and I made a trip over to the Senate.
She doesn't like masks because it makes it hard for her to eat Cocoa Pebbles. Ouch.
That's the magical barrier, you know, that stops COVID. It's invisible. You can't see it, Greg. But when you walk through the rotunda to the Senate side, you can't catch COVID. But
Well, no, she doesn't set the rules in the Senate. She's setting rules in the House. There's a separation of power there. See? Which normally you'd be for, but right now.
when you come back to the House side,
We do need more trolls. It's true.
into the black hole. I call it a black hole because it is like going into an abyss.
Are we still talking about Matt Gaetz?
For Nancy Pelosi reigns. Apparently, COVID is rampant. You have
yes.
to wear a mask.
The DMZ zone, the D-mask
The Z stands for zone.
zone. Here's Congressman Loudermilk. I think he's the one on the right. I'm not sure who he's walking with, but they're coming from the Senate side, going to the House side, and there they are, right there in the rotunda, and boom. That's where you can get COVID, not on the other side. Listen, I don't...
Well, the mocking would be for the Senate side of things that they haven't made the rule mandatory over there. Not that the rule is mandatory in the House. The House is protecting itself, the Senate is not. It would be the other way around. See, they're literally, you could have a Lawrence O'Donnell segment where they're taking their masks off, going the other way, going, what the fuck is this about? How come these assholes think they're safe when the rules for the building are different over there?
I don't think she could. She can. I don't think she has the authority to make cops do that. I don't think cops have the authority to arrest anybody.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. If you violate the health rules in the Capitol, you can be asked to leave. If you refuse to leave, you can be arrested. Why is this weird? What is this homesteading bullshit?
No.
Yeah.
No, and that's Barry Loudermilk. His district is next to mine in Georgia, so great colleague of mine in Georgia.
Yeah, there's a nice spike of deaths in both your areas.
That's a great video. I absolutely love it. But no, this is actually
They didn't put the SWAT music on that one.
abuse of the Capitol Police. Nancy Pelosi abuses the Capitol Police. She did not protect them.
I beg your pardon?
She didn't bring the National Guard in on January 6th, and the Capitol Police were left
We've already covered this.
out there to defend the Capitol in some very violent situations.
Hey, I'm Rob.
Hi, Rob. Why did they cut off at that point? What'd she say past that point that screwed the pooch? Did she say something dumber than they told us the supervisor was outside? Ooh, that was fun. I have to say, there's a level of joy that I experienced in that little moment. Ooh, buddy. I think we all owe the idiocy of Marjorie Taylor Greene a thank you card. Because holy God.